When you're not with your dog, you can't stop thinking about them. Don't worry, I'm not a mind reader. Your secrets are safe. I just know because I'm in the same boat. But the million-dollar question that keeps us all up at night, do they miss us back? How often do they ponder our existence? Are they as obsessed with us as we are with them, or do they forget us the moment we're out of sight? Does your dog think about you when you're out of the house? Here's where things get a little Christopher Nolan-esque, because we're diving into how dogs perceive time. To truly understand if our furry friends miss us, we need to figure out if they realize that we will eventually return. Meanwhile, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, so you won't miss out on future revelations. Sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Dogs don't keep track of time like we do. We slice it into seconds, minutes, hours, like some intense cooking show. Imagine how different your day would feel if you had no clue what a second or an hour even was. Welcome to the world of dogs. So, if they're not glancing at their watches every 5 minutes, not that they have watches hidden in their fur, how on earth do they keep time? This one's a real mind-bender. We all know dogs have a nose for just about everything. Seriously, they can sniff out a crumb from last week, and guess what? They can even smell time. Yep, dogs can literally sniff out what hour it is. They thrive on routine like it's their favorite chew toy. Feed them at the same time each day, and they'll remind you if you're a minute late. Leave and return home like clockwork, and they'll practically be waiting at the door with a welcome home banner. So no wristwatches needed, they just have an internal clock you could set your watch by. How on earth do they do that? Your house smells different at various times of the day, or so I'm told. And while you might wander around blissfully unaware with your human nose, your dog is busy reading the scent landscape like it's the latest bestseller. For our canine friends, every whiff is a clue about what's going down and when. They've cracked the code. When the house smells like that, it usually means this is about to happen. If you come and go around the same time every day, guess what? They know it too. All thanks to their superhero-level sense of smell. Now, on to the burning question. Does your dog miss you when you're not around? Judging by the way they loiter by the door, tails wagging, the answer seems to be a resounding yes. And don't fret, science backs you up on this one. Studies show that when dogs see their owners again, and we're talking especially after those epic absences, they react like they've just won the pup lottery. The longer you're gone, the bigger the welcome home party. But here's the kicker. Just how long can you be away before they forget who you are and start giving biscuits to the mailman in your absence? Don't worry, we'll get back to that later. All these intense emotions can only mean one thing. Of course, they miss us. But if they can miss us while we're away, what on earth is going on in their doggy heads during those times? For some dogs, life carries on as usual. They snooze, chew on toys, stare out the window, and roll around on the floor. Then suddenly, they catch a whiff. Ah, my beloved human scent, and dash to meet you at the door. But for other dogs, separation is a big deal, like missing the finale of their favorite canine soap opera. These dogs may pace nervously, whine, scratch at the door, or howl loud enough to make the neighbors pop by to ask, "Is everything all right over here?" At worst, they might engage in a bit of unsanctioned interior redesign by shredding pillows and upholstery. Sad? Sure, but it just goes to show that they really care. Studies indicate that separation anxiety is more common in dogs who have a super strong emotional bond with their owners. So, no matter how challenging it is, it means you've done something right. You've become part of the family for your furry friend. But how long does this longing actually last? We all know that if we leave in the morning and come back in the evening, our dog still remembers us. If we dash off on a week-long vacation and leave her with a sitter, she's still got us in her memory bank. And upon our return, she greets us with a level of joy that could rival a lottery winner. But what if we park our pooch with friends for 6 months and jet off to New Zealand? Or take a 2-year job stint, leaving her with mom? Or 3? Or 10? What's stronger? Love or memory? Or perhaps the dog's ability to smell your socks from miles away? Memory in dogs works a bit differently. Kind of like how my memory conveniently deletes my gym resolutions. They don't have what's called episodic memory, meaning they won't remember the exact date when you dressed them up in that embarrassing holiday sweater. Their memory is more like a scent-filled scrapbook, associating people, places, emotions, and yes, smells. If you have a heart or an internet connection, you've probably watched those tear-jerking videos where dogs reunite with their humans after what feels like a century. And of course, you've seen how they instantly recognize their long-lost pals. That's because a dog's memory is a cocktail of feelings and fragrances. Just a few whiffs, and a dog is flooded with heartwarming memories of the good old days with you. So yes, your furry friend will remember you for eternity, or at least as long as you keep smelling the same. No deodorant is strong enough to wipe away that signature aroma of yours. Hope it's a good one. So it doesn't matter if you vanish from your dog's life for a decade. When you return, they'll miss you and recognize you instantly. Even if you've lost weight or gone for a radical hair makeover, your scent will spill the beans to them. But don't get too cocky. Just because they'll remember you doesn't mean leaving them for ages is a walk in the dog park. If you and your dog have to part ways for a while, here's what to avoid like the plague. Ironically, making your departure a grand spectacle is a terrible idea. Many owners shower their dogs with affection before leaving, but this only adds fuel to the stress fire. The abrupt shift from cuddles to a vanishing act turns the separation into a soap opera moment. Cue the sad violins. Instead, exit and return, as if you're just popping out to grab some milk. No big deal, right? The golden rule. Dogs are fun enthusiasts. When they're bored, they can morph into anxious little destructo machines. So, any toys, puzzles, squeakers, music, basically anything that can entertain your furry friend while you're gone, is a brilliant plan. Now, if you want your dog to chill out while you're away, never punish them for the chaos they cooked up in your absence. If you come home to a shredded pillow, resist the urge to yell. Your dog won't have a clue what you're on about. Punishment only amps up the anxiety. For your dog, it's like every time you come back, you're ready to join the shouting Olympics. It's better to keep your cool, work on prevention, and focus on positive training. Eventually, the chaos will vanish. One fine day, you'll come home, and your furniture will look like it belongs in a showroom. If your dog loves you so much they can't handle separation with grace, your mission is to help them feel secure in their own fur. Dogs are big fans of predictability. They love knowing what's happening and when, kind of like your aunt who always checks if you're still single at family gatherings. So, if your schedule takes a little detour and you get home later than usual, your pooch considers it more of a plot twist than a call for canine chaos. If your routine looks like a Jackson Pollock painting, your dog might find it challenging to chill out and find their zen. And if you're leaving your furry friend with a sitter for an extended period, pick someone who can stick to the usual program because Fido thrives on routine. Remember, part of the reason your dog adores you is your scent. Leave them something with your aroma, an old t-shirt perhaps. It'll give them the warm and fuzzies. Modern pet cameras are getting fancier by the day. Some even have two-way communication. So if you want your dog to hear your voice, that's totally doable. And hey, maybe it'll help you feel better too. So, circling back to that burning question, does your dog think about you when you're not home? The answer is yes. Sometimes, maybe a little too much. So, make sure to show her that you're thinking of her too, any way you like. Though maybe hold off on the head pats. Turns out dogs aren't as into them as we thought. Subscribe to the channel and catch the next video, where you'll discover even more quirky canine quirks